Hi everybody. Thought I'd show off my rain collection system here. I built this a few weeks ago and was inspired by several other videos I saw on YouTube. I'll post the links to those in the info box. And thought I'd throw mine in the library here, and hopefully my video and some of the other ones will inspire other people to construct their own rainwater collection systems. What you see here is a 4-barrel system. These are 55-gallon drums each for a total capacity of 220 gallons. And got a hold of these through a local Coca-Cola distributor here, and charged $5 a barrel, which is pretty good. They were all sprayed out and so forth. There wasn't any syrup or anything left in there, but I'm not using them for potable water anyway. These are mostly used, or these are entirely used to water our garden, and it's 100% rainwater. So I'll kind of go through what I did here and give you all an idea. Got a little over about 14-foot long roof here. I bought this vinyl gutter from Home Depot. I think I spent maybe $15-20 on all the parts. It was pretty simple to put together. I did it all myself. Got a little help from my wife. She kind of helped out one end of it so I could put it up, but it was mostly just done by me over a span of about 3 days. There's your gutter right there. Gutter comes into a flexible downspout. There's a screen at the top of the downspout to kind of filter out any of the larger debris, leaves and branches and so forth. And the water runs down the downspout into a filter basket that I constructed out of an old, or not an old, but a cheap plastic flower pot that I bought at Home Depot. Cost me about $1.50. I just drilled a bunch of holes in it to try to filter out some other debris that maybe the downspout filter may not have catched. And as you can see in here, I've got some water. I don't know if you can quite see it. It's got some algae growing in it and so forth. I should probably do something about that, but at this point, like I said, this is to water our gardens and is not in any way potable. Back in here, the diameter of this spout, I believe I cut it to 4 inches with just a rotozip, and it was a pretty simple operation there. Fit the flower pot strainer on top of it and put this downspout right there. Comes straight down from the gutter, empties into here, fills up the tanks. The tanks themselves, we had some pretty good rain the past few weeks, which is kind of a surprise here in Texas. We're in a pretty severe drought at this point. Hopefully it's starting to let up some since we've had some consistent rain over the past 2 or 3 months. But we did get 2 inches of rain over a 24-hour span, and it was more than the barrels could actually hold. So it was easily able to fill up all these barrels. This 4th barrel right here is not too full yet. I'm actually going to expand this to 2 additional barrels going out that away right there, and that way I'll increase my capacity. I'm going to take put some more gutters on the other side of the greenhouse and try to catch some more there. Like I said, these are 55-gallon drums, and they tie into a manifold system that I came up with. This is 3/4 inch pipe, and along the bottom of these barrels, as you'll see in all of the beverage barrels or syrup barrels, there are some bungs that fit right. Let's see if I can get her here. Right there, some bungs. You'll see some pipe dope right there. Actually, it's some what they call baby shit, which is some sealant, some record seal, going into a 3/4 inch threaded male PVC fitting that goes into a 45-degree elbow. You see it all glued up there. It's all 3/4 inch pipe. And one thing I do suggest is that you do seal up all of the bungs with silicone to keep them from leaking. I ran into that problem when I was putting the system together. So the manifold itself, this is my isolation valve to keep this tank right here, the expansion tank, kind of empty. So when I'm ready to go ahead and expand it out further, I can just cut this pipe right here and not have to worry about losing too much of the rainwater. Just a straight up 3/4 inch ball valve going into the rest of this line right here. This is my ball valve to allow water to escape, which I'll show right now. Got a pretty good head on it, and you can see right there, pure rainwater, and muddy now. Anyway, the nice thing about this manifold system, I hadn't seen anybody else post this particular method. The nice thing about it is it ties all of the barrels in series, and with just one downspout, you can fill up all these barrels and not have to worry about moving a hose between each barrel. You know, one of the basic physical principles of water is it always finds its own level. So if you have everything connected in series, no matter how much water is dropping into one tank, it will eventually level itself out in all the other tanks. This means you can distribute the weight of the water and the amount of the water equally among all three barrels, and as long as you have water in this system, there will always be water in the manifold. So you don't have to worry about filling up the last tank, you don't have to worry about daisy chaining, you don't have to worry about moving hoses or anything like that. So this is an advantage in my mind, one connection, and no, you don't have to worry about putting any kind of overflow spouts or anything like that on there. You know, the manifold system is just straight up Schedule 40 PVC, 3/4 inch with the fittings and so forth. I think I spent, you know, $10 on parts. It was really inexpensive. So if you figure $5 for the barrels, it's $20 each. And I've got two more in my garage I'm going to expand on. So, but for this system, $20 for the barrels, about $20 in all for the gutter pieces, maybe $10 for the PVC. I mean, this is, you know, a $50 system, and I've got the capacity for 220 gallons of rainwater, and it's pretty good. What I'm going to do is connect a hose, or actually another piece of PVC to this, have it go underground, and then run through the ground over here to our garden. And this is I have it connected to the tap right now, my drip system, but this is the expansion part for my rainwater system when I'm ready to do that. And as you can see, the rain has really helped, and so is micro irrigation on the garden. And here's the greenhouse. Again, it's about a 14-foot long greenhouse. Get quite a bit of rain from it, and it looks good in our system. So if you all have any questions, obviously go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll try to address any questions you might have. But it's pretty straightforward. I'm sure that if you've been looking and doing your own rainwater collection system, you're pretty familiar with most of the components that make it a successful system. At any rate, thank you all for watching, and I want to thank the entire YouTube community for posting their videos regarding rainwater collection, and they were very inspiring. So thanks, guys, and good luck to you. Give me your questions, and check you later. Bye.
Happy No Shave November. How is my mustache doing?
It's growing really well, buddy.
The leaves are falling. It's time for massive guerrilla composting. Why? For growing yams the size of babies. The world depends on it.
What do you got to say about this tater about as big as your whole body?
It's crazy. That's craziness.
Wow, aliens.
I need a baby carriage.
Look, it's right there. We're making sweet potato pie out of these.
The first thing you need if you're going to guerrilla compost on a massive scale is an expert, and I know just the guy.
You smell that? I think the leaves done fell off the trees already. It's time for guerrilla compost. First thing we need is a pick-em-up truck. What are we doing?
Guerrilla composting.
All right. We're going around. Today is leaf pickup day in the city, and we're grabbing them up. Gonna compost guerrilla style. Pile of them right there. The mother load. You let other people collect them, and you pick them up. It's like morel hunting, except easier. Dang, Kenny, looks like the Grinch just stole Christmas. Looking good. Free couches and a burned down house. There you go. Double wide. That's some serious compost right there. If you're gonna compost for real, you're gonna need a major source of nitrogen to go with all the carbon. That's scientifically. Now, I just tell people you're gonna need a bunch of crap. And I sent my cousin Jason, I showed him just how to get a whole bunch of horse for free. Did you see him running behind that horse? He'll believe anything I tell him.
I could tell you some stories. The last thing you need, the hardest thing on your journey to make gorilla compost, is a whole army of folks who ain't afraid of the poo.
Hey man, what's going on? There's no crap to do on Saturday. Man, there is always crap to do on Saturday. Come on, let me go show you something. The urban farming guys always has lots of crap.
This is fine.
Now it's time for the poo. That's not quite poo. Now we need a big layer of poo.
You know what they're doing?
Yeah, they're making compost.
Okay, I think we're ready for more leaves, but we'll pull from here. That way we can move the pile this way.
What's that?
What's what? This? That's poop. Horse poop.
Look, I see something right there.
Yeah, that's poop right there.
Then, while you're still feeling crazy and in the gorilla composting mood, go up to your local coffee shop, ask them for the grounds. You'll find as much as you ever want. Right here, this is today's grab right after we got us a latte. Then if you're really ambitious, gorilla gardening. So our berry bushes, our raspberries and our blackberries here are producing like crazy that we planted 3-4 years ago. There's lots of extra shoots coming off, things we're transplanting. So we're gonna gorilla garden. Here's a piece of property right down the street from our stuff with a nice fence for these to grow on. And if somebody comes along and kills them, they kill them. But if they live, we got lots of berries for the neighborhood. We are at 55 air temperature. We're going to shove this into our compost pile here. Just went up to 60, going up to 80. $105, so it'll get a lot hotter than that in 2-3 days. And here's the final product. Big thanks to all our volunteers. You guys are helping us make a massive impact here in the inner city and around the world. Stay tuned, click the subscribe button above. We're soon going to be showing you our 100-foot-long worm bed. Produces 8,000 pounds of worm castings per month. We're going to have the best soil on the planet.